I know it. See, this is why I have to pause. So what's going on, Chad? You couldn't hear me. I said, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Are y'all ready to tackle this week ahead? I mean, it's so much going on everywhere, but that's why I have a nice little motivational live for you today. Hey. Let's see. I'll be right back. What's going on, guys? I got my smart glasses. If you want the TikTok shop, you can get these. I think they look real sleek. You know, I heard a ding. Good morning, morning. The best thing you can wear today is a smile. You can get this hoodie in the TikTok shop. It's tagged in the video along with this little hat. You know, we're going for a little jean look today. You know. Come on in the building. Hey, 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 hey. Come on in the building. Come on in the building. All right. So welcome to the Hood to the Podcast with your host, Dr. Chiefess Sunflower. And today we just gonna kick it live and chat it up and take it easy. So drop your questions in the chat. I hope you brush and floss your teeth today. And it's Motivational Monday, so I'm just here to inspire all the dreamers, entrepreneurs, the students, the go-getters, the needy. Let's talk about it. OCO to the needy out here, sending love to the ancestors. All right? We want to just continue to grow in all areas of life. Now, this is just well, I think I want to wait to talk about that. I think I'm gonna flip the script for a second, because I was gonna talk about business today, but I just want to keep it really light on this stream. Saturday we had a really heavy stream talking about what did we do Saturday? We went through the breakdown of just history. We did a lot of history, and we got down to the Appalachian Indians, and you know, it was pretty heavy live. So today we just gonna keep it super light. Come in the room, let me know where you're watching from and how you doing today. All right. Good morning, Doc. What's up, up, Clifford 2000 fan? Welcome to the chat. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, guys. How you feeling today? I got a busy day ahead, which is why I have to be on time to my stream. What's going on? Welcome to the fan club. Miss Kia's place. Or am I saying it wrong? It could be Miss Kaya's place, but I think it's Miss Kia's place. Morning. If this is your first time watching me live, that's right, Miss Kaya's place. Okay, okay. I'm usually pretty good with names. All my patients be like, oh, you got it right on the first try. Most of the time. Sometimes I butcher it, but most of the time I can kind of, you know, get it together. These little TikTok sounds really trip me out. Kia. Well, nice to meet you, Miss Kia. If you're watching on TikTok, go ahead and get your daily heart me. I feel like I need to blow my nose. Give me just a second, guys. Oh, how am I doing this morning? I'm doing fabulous. I just gotta grab some tissue. The weather's changing here in New York, so I'm doing fabulous, feeling great. Did you get to see some of my vids? No, I didn't get to see the vids yesterday. Yesterday I had a lot going on with family and, you know, a lot dealing with that, so I did not have a chance to check it out. And then today I'm busy again. As soon as I get off of here, it's back to dentistry. Thank you for getting the #1 gifter badge. Nene to 11 grands. Alright, so let's get into it, guys. I'm just keeping it light. Y'all can drop your questions, your thoughts, comments in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from. Thank you for tapping the hearts. I really appreciate it. And I love engagement. So engagement helps other people find positive content. It helps people find the Hood to Hood podcast so that we can grow together. So OCO to my Niji out here. OCO to all of the positive, free-thinking people in the world. I hope you're having a wonderful day and just woke up full of intention. You know, the sun is rising where I am, and whenever the sun rises where you are, hopefully you rise full of that good energy. Every dreamer I know has drowned in their own thoughts at least once, right? We replay our decisions, we rehearse rejections, and we call it preparation. But overthinking is not wisdom. It's fear wearing a graduation cap. Did y'all hear that? So when you overthink, that's fear wearing a graduation cap. So today, we're talking about overthinking, going from overthinking to overflow. That's how you go from hood to hood when you stop overthinking and getting in your own way. So this is a mindset reset for dreamers. Mindset reset. A mindset reset for the dreamers out here. So just keeping it light. So what is overthinking, guys? For my dentist dragon story, I made him white because enamel and teeth are supposed to be white and polished and clean. This dragon is all about good oral hygiene. I love that. You have really thought out the plans for your dental book. I really love that, Clifford 2000 fan. I can't wait to see the final product because I think it's going to be a hit in dentistry. Not a lot of creative books like that. Alright, guys, so overthinking is mental traffic with no green lights. That's all overthinking is. It's when you just always thinking. Like I said, it could be about rejection, about a decision you have coming up in your life. Even now, the government has us overthinking about everything. People are just tuning on the news. They have people overthinking about just stressful things. So we kind of have to detox that this morning so we can have a really productive week and not allow the delay or whatever is stressing us out to overtake our mind. Thank you, James Spirit, for getting the number one gifter badge. All right. So contrast thinking to create versus thinking to decay or delay. So we want to go from thinking to create stuff versus thinking just to kill time or just thinking about negativity or staying stuck in like a bad place or a bad thought. So that's called depression. And when depression gets worse and worse, it can really ruin your whole mindset. And now you're not having positive, optimistic thoughts. You're just like a pessimistic Karen. I'm sorry, Karen. I'm sorry, Karen. Okay. So we don't want to be pessimistic. We don't want to be negative, hateful, evil, just holding grudges because we are not pursuing all that we can be and living up to our full potential, right? So let's go from thinking to delay and thinking to procrastinate or thinking that, okay, next year I'm going to be better. Next year I'm going to start working out. Next year I'm going to start Why won't you do it now? I have so many people who I see have testimonies and stories, and they can easily get that second stream of income just by getting on YouTube. Like, people are intimidated of YouTube, but it is a growing process. But if you want extra stream of income, why not get on YouTube and do something faceless or tell your story? And you creating now. It doesn't really take a lot to bring that creator out in you, but one thing that will kill your creativity is overthinking. Because you're going to overthink yourself out of it, and then the time goes, and then you didn't do it. He's white with blue eyes. His dorsal plates going from head to tail are pale mint green. His coat is white with mint green accents. Obviously, he has a thing for mint. Even his breath is minty fresh. His favorite veggie carrots. That is funny. I love it. Oh, that's too funny. Are you what? Are you mixed with salt because you sodium? That is too funny. Y'all is funny today. It says, guess this is my awareness. They went from intuitive dream on YouTube to your live. Wow. That's a sign. They're good for vision, and dragons have excellent eyesight, but he wears glasses. I can already see him. It's going to be a cool story. Alright? So when I opened my practice, I thought planning was progress, but really I was hiding in perfectionism. I thought that on day one I was going to open it up and it was going to be just like perfect. I tried to make day one perfect, but that's not the reality. That is just not the reality. In order to be a creator, you just got to start. When you think about artists or a nail tech, I used to do hair, whatever industry or profession you're in, you just have to start. Even if it's just cooking, you have to start and just get better and better and better. A lot of the content creators, no matter what their niche is, when they started, it wasn't perfect. But if we overthink and get in our own head, we talk ourselves out of finding our purpose. And not only that, finding our purpose, but pursuing the purpose. Pursuing the purpose means you are taking action. Okay. So, what is one thing you've been thinking about for months that you haven't acted on? Drop it in the chat. Well, or you don't have to drop it in the chat because I know that'd be kind of like too much tea for everybody else. Okay. So don't drop it in the chat. Drop it in your mind, but just put maybe like a brain emoji or something in the chat to let me know that you actually doing it. What's one thing you've been thinking about for months that you haven't acted upon? Confess it to yourself. Just think about it to yourself. What's up, Nene? Confess it to yourself and then release it. Like, in my head, I'm thinking about one thing that I know I have been thinking about doing and haven't acted on for months. It means I got to do it. I can't keep playing around. That's your sign to just go. This is your sign to just do it and stop overthinking it. So what if you make a mistake? So what if you don't have it all figured out? When I started this dental practice, I thought that I was gonna be like entrepreneur, guru, genius, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Okay, really not. It took me years to finally understand. Oh, so much that I have to learn and still learn. That's why most businesses fail in the first 5 years because people give up. They give up when it gets too hard. They overthink the decisions. They aren't able to delegate and they just stay stuck in their head. Phase one, identify your overthinking triggers. This is what I want us to do. The idea behind this is that awareness always precedes change, and that's with everything. Before you change, you got to be aware of what's going on. Okay? So let's break down and identify overthinking triggers. So the first one is a fear of failure. That's the number one thing. That'll keep you up at night. That'll make you even depressed sometimes because you scared as hell to fail. Your whole time before you even start, you thinking, well, dang, what if it doesn't work? But what if you don't even try? It damn sure won't work then. It really won't. So go ahead and stop being scared. This is a place for fearless thinkers, fearless mindsets, fearless behavior. This is not a place for fear. Because so what if you fail? So what? When I was in college, there was this class I absolutely despised called Organic Chemistry 1 and 2. They called this the weed out class. Obviously, I made it through, but guess what? I failed that class one time. It's funny now, but it was not funny then. Let me tell you, it was not funny then. It was like, what? I mean, I had to literally study my brains away to pass. But I knew that if I wanted to be Dr. Sean, I had to be organic chemistry focused. I had to really like hone in on something that was so hard. Even though I failed, I had to go back and do it again and still almost fail. It just wasn't my thing. Hey, trying to send you a whisper to help with the nightbot, but won't let me. Oh, I don't even know about the whisper, Lisa Fierce, but good morning. How you feeling today? I think I have the nightbot actually pulled up right now. And I think it's something with my chat moderation. I could definitely go there and fix it. I just always forget when I get off of here to go and fix it. Because my day is so crazy, especially during the work week, because I'm mostly clinical during the work week. But I will try to fix it today. I know it has something to do with the moderation. Maybe I got the timer set to, I don't know. Alright, so the next thing is, I do stream too. Can you check me out sometime? Yes. What time do you stream? Yeah, I love supporting streamers. Depends on what time you stream. I'll definitely come and check you out. 6 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, that's a good time. Organic chemistry was the dragon and you were the knight who defeated and slew it. It defeated you once, but this time you defeated it. Yes, I absolutely had to slay organic chemistry, but I don't even think I really slayed it. I was just desperately trying to be a doctor, and it was just the one thing in my way. 6 p.m. Eastern, I'm Eastern time too, so that's like the same time for me, 6 p.m. Alright, so we talking about identifying overthinking triggers. So the first one is a fear of failure. The second one is a fear of judgment. Now, how many of y'all scared that someone's gonna judge you, your family gonna judge you, your friends gonna judge you because you out here trying to be successful? To hell with them. What will they say? How will they look at me? I don't care. I'm trying to get it. I can't be scared of whoever not trying to get it, whoever don't get it, because these are the people who will be in point A while you at point W, and you worried about them judging you. No, maybe you are the blueprint. Maybe you are the generational curse, so you can teach other people that it's okay. Like on here, I get judged all the time. People come into the live, they say different remarks, but I can't let that stop me because of who somebody else is. I can't let that stop me because they don't have no emotional intelligence, or they got something in their brain that don't really click. I can't worry about that. I gotta keep moving forward. So what if you judge me? So what? This is a no judgment zone, but some people are very judgmental. They just raised that way. So that is a fear. Fear of judgment. Is that one of your overthinking triggers when you start thinking, oh, they're going to judge me, or oh, I'm going to fail? The next one is crazy. It's the fear of success. You feel like, dang, can I even handle success? What if I don't know what to do when I'm successful? Believe it or not, when you come from poverty, when you come from hood to hooded, that is a real thing because you weren't raised around success. So you don't even know how it looks. When I was coming up from hood to hooded, I had people around me, but I didn't have an example of what I wanted to do. The person who was my example was my Caucasian doctor, Dr. St. Petery. That was the only doctor I had ever saw as a little girl. So for me to visualize myself being a doctor took some type of imagination, because you don't really see those things. We didn't really see that growing up. And then when I got older, I had to really kind of go out and find these people to be inspired so that I can see what I want it to be. So you have a lot of young adults who don't know what they want to be because they're not shadowing, they're not going out and getting into the community and seeing, is this really what I want to do? I considered many careers before I got to dentistry. I mean, preparing to take tests for them. I shadowed, filled out forms to go in to the hospital to look at nurse anesthetists, was in surgeries. You really got to try to figure out, dang, who am I? What am I? What am I supposed to be doing in this lifetime? What am I supposed to be doing? That is your goal. What is my purpose? And you say, can you handle success? Hell yeah. That's my answer. Yeah, you can handle success. Fear of being too successful. That's when the haters come out too. Shit, LOL. Yeah, the haters gonna come. Listen, you already know what they say. If you don't have haters, you ain't doing something right. So in my head, I look at the haters the way Beyonce look at the haters. Some people might be a Beyonce hater, but I love me some Beehive. Okay, I love from India. Hey. So when you worrying about fear of success, can you handle it? Just think about Beyonce. Do you think she's worried about people who like, oh, she can't sing, or oh, no, she don't even see you, bro. She doesn't even respond. Like you, even Maya Angelou, she said you have to have a license to even speak to me. So a hater have to have a license to even tamper with your spirit. Because if they tampering with your spirit, they control you. So he who angers you, he who makes you feel like you can't be successful, he who makes you feel like their judgment is going to change you, controls you. And you cannot let these things control you. Love from Barbados. Okay, and the last one that is something that you have to identify as overthinking triggers is the lack of clarity. Having too many options and not enough direction. Some people do that. They'll go this way, they doing this, they not focus on this. You got to focus on something. You can't be like all over the place. Even for me, when I wanted to like get into streaming more, I was trying to do this, do that, and it was too much. I had to really make a commitment. Okay, 1 hour a day I'm streaming, because I was showing up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., midnight, just whenever. It just was not a good idea. You need clarity. Since I have clarity, it's a lot easier for me to be consistent. So be clear about what you want and don't accept nothing less. Don't accept nothing less. So fear of failure, fear of judgment, Fear of success and a lack of clarity are ways that can make you overthink. So write down your top 3 triggers, and then, what is the worst thing could happen if you let go of the fear of failure? What is the worst thing that can happen? The worst thing that can happen really is that you might have a chance to actually succeed. Overthinking is the tax that you pay for not trusting in yourself. It's a tax you pay. If you don't trust in yourself, then you're going to overthink. I've done it. I almost overthought myself out of being a dentist because I was scared of a test. Fear of failure has impacted me a lot. Fear of judgment. I don't really know if I had a fear of success because I always wanted to be successful. Like, it don't really scare me. Like, I'm passionate. Maybe that's why it's taking so long, because I'm like, I want to be successful. The lack of clarity, that has impacted me. My dragon dentist is named Cornelius, but the boy in the story first calls him Mr. Dragon, but later calls him Dr. Corny since his jokes are corny. That's kind of like me. My jokes is pretty corny. My jokes actually corny as hell, like, but it's okay. I do teeth, not jokes, so it's okay. I'm no Eddie Murphy, so. So yeah, that's funny, Dr. Corny. Okay, so phase 2. So phase 1 is identifying the overthinking triggers. Phase 2 is shifting from thoughts to flow. So flow happens when focus meets your faith. So when you get focused and you're clear and you don't have all of this fear inside of you, now you can focus. Now you can believe in yourself. Now success starts to being attracted towards you. Now your quality of life improves because you have more faith and belief in yourself that you can do anything, that anything is possible. You're not scared of who's gonna judge you. You're not scared of who's not showing up. You're not scared of his opinion, her opinion, their opinion. You're not worried about if you fail, because you're like, if I fail, this is just a lesson, I'm gonna try again. Like, you're not worried about all of the excess noise. When you start to flow, when you start to flow towards your purpose, you don't get worried about that. You don't. So here's steps to activate your flow today. Here's some steps to activate the flow that you have in you so you can get creative, get thinking, stop procrastinating, drop those posts, apply for that school, switch your job, go apply for a better job, like start your garden. I don't know what you trying to flow in, but there are steps that you can take. Create a thinking hour. Okay? So schedule some time to think, so you don't have to worry about focusing on your purpose, because work is already going to take some of your time. Sleeping is going to take some of your time. What are some other things that's going to take your time? We talked about procrastinating, watching TV, strolling. People spend 38 days a year strolling. These are days and hours that you could be sitting down for 1 hour and just thinking about how you finna level up for the next year. I did a thinking hour, and I was like, hey, I want to make X amount of dollars in this amount of time, and I want to touch this amount of people in this amount of time. I want my business to be here in this amount of time. What are some actionable steps I can take to do it? Now, when I make these actionable steps, I might not accomplish all of them, but because you have a plan, you have a less chance of failing. Failing to plan. Failing to plan is planning to fail. That's what I was trying to say. It's a tongue twister. I twisted my own self up with that. But failing to plan is planning to fail. So that's how you shift your thoughts from overthinking to flowing, by writing it down, getting you a little getting a notebook and getting in here and writing your thoughts down. Just jotting it down. See me? I really did this. I can't really tell y'all what I put on here, but 3 things that help me get to the next level. This is in my journal. Can you roast like a dragon? Do you like dragons? What? I don't understand the question. What does that mean, roast like a dragon? I don't get it. Alright? So number 2, move your body. That sounds simple. I should say it's not so simple. It's really discipline, but moving your body, walking, yoga, going to the gym, doing some type of activity, going outside and just moving your body, dancing, getting on TikTok and turning up. You can move your body. When you take action, it's going to get rid of your anxiety. Simplify your decisions. Use the 2-rule option, guys. Does this move me forward or does this keep me stuck if I make this decision? If I make a decision to allow fear or the fear of success or the fear of failure to control me, how does this decision move me forward in life if I stay here stuck, scared of everything? If I stay here stuck working this job that I absolutely hate, knowing that I'm meant to be a creator, knowing that I'm meant to do something different in the world, and I've been getting this calling, but I've been ignoring it because I'm scared. I've been ignoring it because people been telling me that I'm dumb or I'm stupid or I can't do it. You've been ignoring it because you came from poverty. You came from nothing. You've been ignoring it because you are the one who been put inside of your family line to break the generational curse, but you too scared. Everybody before you been too scared. They had a lot of fear of success. They didn't have clarity. Something stopped them. But you got to be the person who break the chain. You have to be the person who break the generational curse to create a seed of generational legacy in your family, in your tribe. You got to be clear about this focus. You can't even play around with it. I had a conversation with my niece yesterday. I told her, hey niece, I need you to make it through. I know it's hard. I've been where you at. I know it's hard. You got to stay focused, man. If you don't focus, it probably won't happen for you. I'm just going to be honest. Can we be honest or not? If you don't focus, it's not going to happen for you. If I don't focus, it won't happen for me. If I don't focus, if I don't show up, if I don't have clarity, if I'm scared as hell, it won't happen. So simplify your decisions. Is this decision that I'm making going to move me forward, or is it going to keep me stuck like a tree? Am I being a tree right now? Am I just sitting here stuck like I'm a tree, like I can't move? Like I can't go nowhere and venture out and just live my life and mess up sometimes? Stop being afraid of every decision. You made a wrong decision, so what? Learn and move on. It's time to level up. Have you seen any episodes of the Boondocks? I have seen the one I think you told me to watch before, but watching it regularly, I haven't. And you keep mentioning the Boondocks, so because you keep mentioning it, I'm the type of person, I'm probably going to go and check it out. It is going to be like The Simpsons for me or other shows that I went back and I watched a lot of old shows that I fell in love with. You'd be surprised. But the Boondocks, I'll check it out. I just don't watch a lot of TV unless it's making me think higher. I used to watch a lot of reality shows, but I had to kind of wean myself off of that because it wasn't getting. See, the question is, does this move me forward, or does this keep me stuck? What you watch, what you absorb, what you read, what you strolling on social media looking at, is it moving you forward, or is it keeping you stuck? Do you feel stuck, or do you feel like, every day I'm making some positive progress in my life? I feel good with the decisions I'm making. And the 4th thing is to start activating your flow and stop overthinking is silence and stillness. Train your nervous system for clarity. Meditation. Just having a moment of silence. Having a moment of peace, just having a moment just to think for a second is so vital in this day and age. As the attention span goes to 3 seconds, who knows, it might go to half a second by next year, where you can't even think about nothing for 1 second. You don't want to be one of those people. You want to be someone who can put this damn phone down, turn off the social media for a second, stop listening to everybody else, and listen to your spirit. What is your body saying to you? Maybe you overstimulated, working all the time, stressing all the time, being fearful all the time, scared of success, scared of failure, scared of everything, being stuck in a life cycle that is not meant to make you wealthy, going through a colonized society. All these things can really trigger your nervous system to go into a decline. How do you combat that? With silence, stillness, just taking a moment to inhale, exhale, just closing your eyes. Just let's do it for 1 minute. Just a 1 minute guided meditation. If you watching right now, just close your eyes and do some nice slow inhales and exhales. Okay? Get into your zen. Get into your zen today. So that's phase 2. Phase 1, acknowledging and overthinking your triggers: fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of success, lack of clarity. Phase 2 is shifting your thoughts to flow. How do you shift your thoughts to flow? That's when your focus meets your faith. So this is when you're focusing and you have faith that you can do this. You don't have these pessimistic thoughts. Okay? Then you take steps. You create time to think about who you are, what you're becoming, and what you want. Then you move your body to get your hormones flowing, your body active. This is going to help get rid of the anxiety, the overthinking. And then make the decision simple. Is what I'm doing elevating me, moving me forward, or is it keeping me stuck? And then you have time for silence and stillness where you can listen to yourself. Say this affirmation with me, family. Say this one affirmation with me. I don't chase peace. I create it through alignment. I don't chase peace. I create it through alignment. Meaning, a lot of us find ourselves chasing peace. Instead, create it by being aligned with yourself. Being calm with yourself. Knowing that everything is going to work out in your favor. It is, but it won't work out in your favor if you're not doing things to make it work out in your favor. If you're not staying optimistic, that works out in your favor. Self-hate, doubt, not loving on yourself, this does not work in your favor. Today is November the 10th. It is. On this day, 1969, Sesame Street premieres. What? That's a wild fact. I didn't know that. The Boondocks aired from 2005 to 2014 on Adult Swim, based on the comic strips by Aaron McGruder. He was like a black Matt Groening. He predicted so much. Oh, wow. Yeah, I pretty much watched most seasons of The Simpsons. I need to get into the Boondocks. I didn't know that. I definitely got to check it out. Alright. So phase 3, replace perfection with progress. We talk about this a lot on the Hood to Hood podcast, because if you want to go from one stage to the next, You can't be thinking that every step is going to be perfect. Every step is actually going to be so imperfect. And the people who are strong, the people who are successful, the people who are legendary, they gonna do some legendary epic shit. Why? Because they trying to be progressive, not perfect. So dreamers get trapped trying to make the perfect first step. But perfection is a prison. Progress is freedom. Perfection is a prison. It's going to keep you just stuck, not moving because you want to do it perfect. So there are 3 M's that we will go over today. Micro goals. This is one clear win that you can have every single day. You do one micro goal every single day, that's going to help you win in the long run. For example, by me going live, accomplishing my streamer goal every day for 1 hour, this helps me win in the long run. It's a micro goal. So what is your micro goal? And then the second thing is momentum tracking. Keeping a journal, tracking your progress, paying attention to your stats or your KPIs if you're a business is going to help you level up to see, okay, how did I start and where am I now? And now I'll tell you the truth. On Facebook, I started taking Facebook monetization serious probably like a month or 2 ago. I saw the coins rolling in, but I'm like, okay, let me try to get 10 cents a day off of Facebook. And I started hitting that. That ain't really much to some people, but to me, it's like, oh, I get 10 cents a day from just posting in my stories and stuff. That's kind of cool. Let me try to get a quarter. You got to start very small and then watch it grow. Watch your momentum. The optimism is like compound interest. It's going to move you so fast. The next thing is milestone mindset. Celebrate the inch, not just the mile. So you celebrate at the end of the week if you did everything you're supposed to do to get you closer to your goals. Okay? Regina King voiced both Huey and Riley. What? John Witherspoon was the grandpa. The animation and art style was reminiscent of the anime, and Aaron McGruder was a fan of anime. You're a mix of both Huey and Riley. Wow, that is so funny. Those are 2 actors that I actually love. Those are the 2 actors from one of my favorite movies, Friday. With Smokey. You know. You an OG if you know about Friday. So comment momentum if you done waiting to be perfect. I need you to put in the chat momentum if you done waiting for the perfect opportunity. Because we can't do that. Now, phase 5 of overthinking is build systems that quiet the noise. Why? Because overthinking thrives when you have chaos in your brain. Systems is what helps you calm the overthinking down. So if you're an entrepreneur or a student, time blocking is the perfect way to prevent yourself from overthinking. If you're a creator. So I have times where I just sit and I create. I'll block off an hour, 2 hours, sometimes 4 hours so that I can sit and actually create so that I'm not all over the place. This is a system. Time blocking. Using the AI. You know, y'all already know I'm a fan of AI. I love AI, especially when it comes to decluttering my brain, decluttering the noise, and creating a system. Using Notion, AI, Google Calendar can help you declutter your time and your mind. So don't think of AI or automation as like something that's stressing you out. This is something that can give you some mental relief as well. So if you are overwhelmed, try to create a schedule. You can't do everything in a day. Even now, I still feel like I try to do too much in a day because I feel like I got to do everything today sometimes. And that's not good. You can't do everything in one day. You have to break it up and be realistic. Let's be realistic with ourselves in this season. We're not going to overextend ourselves. We're not going to overstress ourselves. Let's just be realistic and set a structure. So, structure is not a restriction in your life. It's actually protection for your purpose. Because imagine you creating structure in your life. You're building systems for yourself, meaning you putting yourself on the schedule where you are blocking out time for creativity, blocking out time to move. You just moving different. You moving like you got something going on. Like you moving like you got a purpose. Like you ready to impact the next generation. Because that's what it's really about. So by moving this way, you protect yourself, you protect your purpose so that you can continue to bring it to life. Because it's so easy for all of the pessimistic ideology to creep in and just steal your joy at the blink of an eye. It's so easy. So quiet that noise today. And the last phase is overflow. So we have went from overthinking to overflowing with creativity, overflowing with joy, positivity, and action, with consistency, with discipline. You overflowing in this now because you have aligned your life to accept the overflow. You got rid of the fear of failure. You got rid of the fear of success. You stop worrying about who's judging you. You stop worrying about like all of the unnecessary mundane things that go on in our head when we are trying to do the right thing. We move from a scarcity mindset to a mindset of overflow, where we can control our creations. Okay? So, the last thing is signs that you are in your overflow season. What are the signs that you in your overflow season? You're not overthinking no more. You're not really, so hell bent on perfection. All of that stuff is out the window. What are the signs? What y'all think the signs are? What y'all think the signs of overflow are? Put it in the chat. Anybody know what the signs of overflow is? Anybody? Alright, let me stop playing with these dang sounds. So, I guess it could be kind of hard to answer that question. What are the signs of overflow? So, let's go over the signs of overflow. So you'll know if you are overthinking or if you overflowing. Greetings. I'm not sure what the signs of overflow are. Hey, Love Soul 427. Well, you are checking in at the right time because I'm about to go over signs that you're in overflow. The signs that you're in overflow, the first one is when your ideas come faster than your excuses. Now, that's a good one. When your ideas come faster than your excuses, this is when you're in overflow. Okay? This means you're not holding yourself back. You being creative. You thinking of ideas. You're not trying to be perfect with it. You like, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Hey, that's your energy. You like, yeah, so what if I mess up? You're not even thinking about if you mess up. What if you are a hit? That's what you should be thinking. So what? When I was going from poverty, trying to have this big dream to be a dentist from Tallahassee, like coming from nothing, not knowing a dentist, I had to really be like, yes, I'm going to be a doctor, like the Lulu about this dream. Doing things most people won't do. Sacrificing in ways most people won't sacrifice. This is when your ideas, come faster than your excuses. When one door closed, another one open. Because you didn't let the excuses take you out. You was like, okay, that ain't no excuse. Let me keep moving. The second way is when your gratitude outweighs your guilt. You feel grateful more than you feel guilty about not moving. Be grateful. Show gratitude for even your micro progression. All right. The last one is you give without depletion. This means you're giving, but you're not getting depleted because you in overflow. You able to be positive to other people because you flow with positivity. Like imagine someone overflowing with negative energy. Like you don't want nothing. I don't want none of your extra negativity. Like I don't want that. Have you watched the Cosby Show? What are your thoughts on Bill Cosby controversy? We're not getting into that today. Clifford 2000 fan. I am not getting into that right now. But I used to watch the Cosby Show as a little girl. Have I watched it lately? Definitely. I have not seen it in a while. When it comes to Bill Cosby, these big celebrities, and when it comes to issues with my phone is off the chain. I gotta get off of here soon. Guys. But tools to maintain your overflow. Are they getting the phone? I have to get off of here soon. So tools to maintain your overflow is practicing morning stillness. So remember, stillness, silence, these are things that will help you stop overthinking. Most people will think, I gotta think more. No. Sometimes you need to stop thinking for a second. Turn your brain off and let your brain calm down, because our brain is so powerful. Thank you much for the motivation. You are so welcome. Love Soul 427. All right. Affirmations before you stroll. This is going to be important. Before you start strolling, do your affirmations, so that way you're not absorbing all the wrong energy. Because imagine you get up in the morning, and before you get into your positive energy, because this has to be intentional. This can't be something that you kind of do. No, you have to really motivate yourself. Really be intentional with your purpose. Because if you're not, and you get on here and you just and the first thing you see is something bad or negative, now your whole energy for the day is going off of what you strolled on. Now you're allowing the algorithm to control your emotions versus saying, when I get up, I have my morning routine, whatever that is, that gets you your spirit calm, that calms your nervous system, that helps you lead a day where ideas flow versus negativity flowing to you. And the last thing to maintain your overflow is very, very important. Very, very important, guys. Doggone, your phone is on fire this morning. Yes. Is to serve before you sell. That is going to be important, guys. Very, very important is to serve before you sell. And that's just how it is. Anything you want to do, if that's a service business or any type of business, even if you're going to school, hopefully your heart is to use your degree or use your entrepreneurship skills, because you got to do one or the other. Use your mind to serve others. My passion is to truly serve. My whole dream is not only the Hood to Hooded podcast, where I'm getting on here trying to talk about my journey from poverty to being a dentist or a doctor to entrepreneurship, just so many levels of growth, and I'm still growing. I feel like I got 99% more growth to happen. 99.9% more growing to do. That's the mindset that I have. That's a mindset that wants to absorb good energy, wants to absorb knowledge, and be in rooms where I'm not the smartest person in the room. I want to listen. That's the mindset that we have. And my second thing is the Dreamergency Walk. I mentioned it a couple times on here, but the Dreamergency Walk, I kind of had to stop it because of being an entrepreneur and figuring out that piece. But the Dreamergency Walk is serving. It's to tell young kids where I come from and all over the world to dream big. It's a walk for kids so they can know that my dream is actually an emergency. It really is. So we walk, we chant, dream big, follow your dreams, you can do it. We chant, we walk, the kids chant, they walk. We have youth entrepreneurs. It's just like a big vision that we've done 4 times in my hometown, Tallahassee. It's been on pause for about 3 years, but your whole overall mission should be to serve. So my mission at the end of the day is just to serve. And that should be your mission. And if you serve, guess what? This is how you maintain your overflow. Okay? So our last affirmation before we clock out from this podcast today, I got some dragon jokes for you. Why don't dragons ever finish their meals? Why? I didn't even read the answer yet. Why don't dragons ever finish their meals? Because they set it on fire? Let's see. Because they always get fired up and roast the leftovers. I was kind of close. I was kind of close. All right, so our last affirmation for today is, I live in overflow. Ideas, peace, and prosperity pour through me effortlessly. So say it with me. Come on, guys. Say it with me. I live in what? Overflow. Ideas, peace, prosperity. They pour through me effortlessly. And that's what we leaving on today. Why did the dragon get kicked out of the comedy club? He kept roasting the audience. Now that was a funny one. Why did the dragon get kicked out of the comedy club? He kept roasting the audience. Dang, you got the dragon jokes coming. Why did the dragon bring marshmallows to the job interview? Just in case he need to fire up his resume. Alright, I gotta get off of here soon. Why don't dragons use smartphones? Every time they text, they accidentally blow up the phone. Come on, man. You're killing me with these dragon jokes. Hold on. Alright, so today, guys, allow all of the positive energy, the ideas, the peace, the prosperity, the laughter to flow through you effortlessly. Overthinking steals dreams in slow motion. Tonight, well, not tonight, today, our assignment is very, very simple. Choose one idea you've been overthinking and then take action in 24 hours. Today, not tomorrow. And then come back tomorrow and let me know if you did it or not. Why don't dragons use... I already read that one. He said, why did the dragon start a podcast? To air his fiery opinion and burn bad takes. Oh my Lord. Ain't when you got a dragon comedy book? How you thinking of all these jokes, man? Alrighty, so call to action, guys. Make sure you join the Dreamers Network on School for accountability and just to join me for Dr. Sean and Coffee. That's in my bio. Make sure you subscribe and share this with another person who may be overthinking and ready to go from overthinking to overflowing. Okay? And drop some emojis in the chat if you are claiming your overflow season. You can drop some rain, you can drop some brains, you can drop some hearts in the chat if you're ready for this. Alright? So I am Dr. Sean, aka Dr. Chief this Sunflower, and this was your mindset reset for this Monday. Remember, thoughts don't make dreams real. Movements do. So you thinking about your dream does not make it real. Moving, taking action makes it real. Okay? Any final thoughts? I'm about to be out. Thank you for tapping the hearts on TikTok. I will see you you guys tomorrow, 8 a.m. Woof, woof, woof. Hey. I will see y'all tomorrow. Moose Knuckles' cousin is now following. Thank you for following. What's the meaning behind your name, Moose Knuckles' cousin? That's a funny name. Love loves me. Got the #1 gifter badge. Any last minute thoughts, guys, before I get off of here? Uh-oh. Any last minute thoughts before I get off of here? I hope my mic wasn't off this whole time. I just saw it blinking, so hopefully not. Alright, well,